Even though it is fun to watch horror, it's even better to experience it. Welcome to the Media Cabinet, where things are really taking a turn for the spooky. What's up, Media Cabinet fam? And welcome to a new video. One that has been in the works for a while, and thought that I would just do a full video instead of doing a single video every single time one was announced. Um, what am I talking about? What is this guy with the glasses explaining? Well, kitties, it can only be one thing. Yes, the air is hot and it's literally the pit of hell in Florida, but that just means it's time to start talking about Halloween Horror Nights. Yes, we've been getting announcements here, there, everywhere. Um, but as of today, well, yesterday, because it's July 30th right now, everything has been fully announced, including the two final houses for Halloween Horror Nights. But before we go forward and talk about this wonderful gem of an event, yes, I know that there are people out there that are like, what is Halloween Horror Nights? What is this wonderful event that you speak of? Look at how I'm rocking the Dwayne Johnson eyebrow thingy. Well, that's what I'm going to explain before we dive into breaking down the event this year, including all the houses, the scare zones, and the shows, and whatnot there is to experience. So, for those people that have been living under a rock for 34 years and have no idea what the heck Halloween Horror Nights is, Halloween Horror Nights is considered the world's premier Halloween event. Knott's Berry Farm, you have your fame in California. Fright Fest, Six Flags, eh. Hollow Scream, don't get me started. But yes, for 34 years, Halloween Horror Nights has been going on at Universal Orlando Resort. Yes, it also happens at Universal Studios Hollywood in California. Also, Singapore does their own event, and Japan. And now, coming very soon, a year-long Halloween Horror Nights event is coming to the wonderful Sin City of Vegas, Horror Unleashed. I'll probably put out a video about that down the road, but I don't plan on experiencing it anytime soon, and I don't really plan on going to Vegas anytime soon. So, but anyway, getting back to what Horror Nights is, it is an amazing event that is filled with haunted houses, sinister scare zones, outrageous live entertainment, and of course, some of Universal Florida's most amazing attractions, but only a select few, and they close at certain times. So, before going into this video, yes, I will be giving my opinions on what I'm thinking about the houses, but most of the information I am reading from the Discover Universal blog on my MacBook. So, everybody wants to know, when is Halloween Horror Nights starting? Again, if you don't know, this is a great information video to tell you on when it is starting, when it is ending, and when it usually takes place. So it will be going on select nights starting on August 29th all the way up until November 2nd. The event usually occurs on Wednesdays to Sundays, unless things are changed or there's other information given. And it only takes place at Universal Studios, Florida. In past years, it has happened at Islands of Adventure, but it hasn't in a while. So Now you gotta know, where can you get tickets for this wonderful event? Well, that's what I'm gonna do and tell you as well. There are select tickets that are on sale right now, although as of last updates, some options may be sold out, but then again, they refresh, they refill, so always make sure to check the Universal website. I'll make sure to drop a link down in the down below. I'll drop the Halloween Horror Nights page so you can read all this crap all over again. But if you want to have what is considered the best Halloween Horror Nights experience, you can go ahead and kick it up a notch and buy the premium Scream Night ticket. This is the second year that it's coming back. It was first introduced last year, and it is coming back for its second year. What's great about this is you basically get free roam of the park. All food is included. You get to wear Halloween costumes. And instead of going in the traditional conga line style that Universal Orlando is known for, you get to do the pulse lines, pulse groups. And there may be times where it may just be you in the house, or you may just be one other person. This is typically what they do at Universal Studios Hollywood in California, and a lot of people really wish that it would be implemented in Orlando. I think it would be great. It gives you your own experience in the house, and you aren't getting every scare. Aside from buying all those wonderful tickets, there is Rush of Fear, Frequent Fear, and then of course additions with Express Pass. I usually go, if I'm coming down with my dad on a trip, I usually do the Rush of Fear, which gives you access to the first couple weekends of the event. But the big ticket is the Frequent Fear ticket, and the Ultimate Frequent Fear ticket, and the Ultimate Frequent Fear Plus, which basically gives you access to every single night of the event, and it also comes with Express Pass. Again, you gotta make sure to check the Universal website and the Halloween Horror Nights website to make sure that the tickets are available before you purchase them. Aside from that, you also have some amazing other additions, including RIP tours, Behind the Screams, Unmasking the Horror Tour, and many, many more. It's best to secure your ticket early, because even if you want to buy a single night and you go to Halloween Horror Nights the night of, there may be a chance that the event may sell out. So with all that being said, there's your information on what Halloween Horror Nights is. Now you don't feel like a dead corpse sitting in a grave. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about each of the houses in the order that they were announced, including the scare zones as well. With the scare zones, they'll all just be done in a conglomerate. With the houses, obviously, I'm going to do them in order. So first, we are starting off. I'm going to show and start reading. So this first house, I know it was rumored a lot, and when it finally was released, a lot of people were really happy. The preview merchandise was amazing and absolutely slapped for what Universal put together. I'm really excited to see this. Gotta really get back into the show. Only started watching a couple episodes of it. I never played any of the games. But the lineup, like the lingo this year is horror you love to watch, and this is a really good lineup, especially since next year is going to be an anniversary year. But for our first house, we have Fallout, and this is going to be based on the Amazon Prime TV show, and it also says that it's going to feature some stuff from the video games as well. This is the description from the Discover Universal blog. Face your fears in post-apocalyptic LA devastated by nuclear war, as most houses start at Universal. Based on the hit show Fallout. You'll travel into the vaults and be attacked by raiders alongside Lucy. You'll escape to the wasteland of Philly and confront the formidable bounty hunter, the Ghoul. You'll even encounter Maximus with the Brotherhood of Steel and see T60 power armor. It sounds really cool. I will say there have been some pictures that have appeared on social media. This is going to be in one of the newer pop-up tents that was constructed and that were first used last year for Goblin Feast and Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines, and they're beautiful, beautiful tents. They really are. But as of right now, it's just a poster. There may still be stuff added, but as of right now, from what we've seen in the picture, there's really no exterior or anything being represented on the outside. Next, a lot of people didn't probably see this as what this was going to be. Then again, you also have the people that probably did see this as what it was going to be, but the rumor that people were thinking was going to be Scream, and it was going to be based off of the recent two movies, but I think at last minute it got changed, and I think a lot of people are excited for this due to the fact that there's like the reboot coming, the exciting series coming to Peacock. I'm kind of excited about it, even though I root for the guy with the killer hand, with the knife hand. But we are talking about, yes, he's back, as Alice Cooper did say, he's back. He's the man behind the mask. Jason Universe. I'm kind of excited about this. The description sounds really cool, and looking at the pictures for what Hollywood is doing, I could just expect this to be even bigger than what with Orlando, what they're going to make. And again, this is the description from the Discovery Universal blog. Jason Universe come face to face with the iconic horror villain Jason Voorhees. Step into the terrifying world of this silent killer. Flee through the woods and into his sinister shack. Enter the summer camp where his gruesome legend began. Jason is back and nothing can save you now. Sorry. My first experience with Jason Voorhees, and probably only experience with Jason Voorhees, was in 2015 when Jack came back for the 25th anniversary and presented Freddy versus Jason. Again, I root for Freddy Krueger, but Jason Voorhees has an awesome backstory, and he always comes back, just like Freddy. Next. This one, how can I say this? I'm all for gruesomeness and blood and guts, and a lot of people, like after Insidious last year, are really wanting more terrifying houses. Terrifying. This one was rumored a lot. And a lot of the houses this year were extremely rumored, and it's nice to see that they all came true. But this one, this is not the one on the list. This is not the next one. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I'm trying to go in order of when things were announced. So we had the first two intellectual properties, Fallout and Jason. Now we got into the week of Spooky Empire. And, at Spooky Empire, Halloween Horror Nights has a panel. Universal Orlando has a panel. And boy, did they deliver. With this house, we are introduced to someone that is considered our icon, but not really our icon. But he's going to be part of the immersion and the story that is being told with this year. And I'll get to that theme and the story this year. But we are talking about our first original, and I'm really liking it. The story is really good, and it sets the tone for this year's event, like I said. And we are talking about the first original, El Artista, a Spanish haunting. In 19th century Spain, a tortured artist moves to an isolated country manor to seek inspiration. Instead, as he wanders the ghostly hallways and haunted conservatory, not controversy, sorry, haunted conservatory, malevolent spirits break into our realm through his paintings. He tries to resist, but the art comes to life and possesses him. Now you're about to be part of the permanent exhibition. Um, this sets the scene for our story for the theme this year, where you are exploring a decrepit conservatory. Laura Sauls and Mike Aiello explained this at Spooky Empire this year, that they are breaking the boundaries of Halloween Horror Nights and going way past the level of immersion that they've ever done before. Um, as you're walking through the park, you'll be following along that story. As you're hearing the music in each of the scare zones, you're going to be in that conservatory in every area that you go. Who are we following, and who is considered our main character in this story? The artist is named Sergio Navarro. Again, he might be our icon. He might just be the leader of the story, and we're just following along in his paintings. I think this is going to be really good, and a lot of people are really excited for this house because of the sets. So next we get into the second original house. For 2 years, we have experienced whatchamacallit, I'm trying to think of the word here. We have experienced Universal's take on just really bad B horror movies. In 2018, we were invited to step into Cary, Ohio's decrepit drive-through Slaughter Cinema, where we were introduced to some of Universal's most creative movies to be originally created for Halloween Horror Nights. But in 2024, we were welcomed back to the drive-in for Slaughter Cinema 2. And as we were walking through that house, we experienced another great movie called Hatchet and Chains Demon Bounty Hunters. Yes, this is the next original house. In this Old West town, all hell is breaking loose, literally. Masses of red-hot lava demons, just what I heard, Jason Perry, that's for you, are crawling out of hell's well and trying to possess everyone. What's with possession this year? Jeez, get the Ghostbusters. Melting everything in their path. As you flee from the post office to the bank, the prison to the graveyard, your only hope is Hatchet and Chains with their arsenal of mythical weapons. This one sounds really fun. Probably gonna be a comedy house. And it might just be 100% badassery. I'm really excited for this, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Next, we move on to what can be considered a spiritual sequel to one of the greatest original houses from 2004, Dollhouse of the Damned. This one sounds a lot more creepy, and probably going to be really cool. We got Doll Let's Play Dead. First of all, way to go, Universal Creative. I love this artwork. The colors are just absolutely amazing. You're about to become doll-sized and witness the unnatural creations of a twisted little girl. How many times can you say that about a little girl? You'll be hunted by fashion dolls. She's melted and burned. Then you'll go under her bed and be stalked by toys she's stitched together. You'll end in her creepy Victorian dollhouse where undead horrors await you. I'm just moving to get a little bit more comfortable. Sorry. Um, I'm really excited about this, because, like I said, we had Dollhouse of the Damned, in 2014. One of my all-time favorite houses. It had smells that no one probably wanted to smell, and it had some really good scares. And you had those giant Raggedy Ann dolls, the toy soldiers, the creepy ballerina, the giant baby dolls. So I think this sounds really cool. A lot of people are pointing this to be the comedy house this year, but I don't know. Maybe we might get two. You know, we might get lucky. And then we get to the original house that might really pull the one of the houses that may pull the gross factor. This one sounds really cool. And I'm expecting some really amazing smells, some amazing sets, and some great costumes on this one. We are talking about our next original house, called Grave of Flesh. Welcome to your funeral, where things are about to go, from bad to worse. You'll enter your grave and then pass the gates of the underworld, where flesh eaters who, well, feed on the dead will be waiting for you. Get lost in their carnivorous underground world, where an endless gauntlet of flesh eating creatures will hunt you mercilessly for all eternity. Um, Hello, Emotep. Emotep wants his catchphrase back. um, Again, like I said before, I am expecting some amazing smells. I don't know why that's like the one thing that's making me intrigued about this house. I'm thinking back to the years when The Walking Dead took over the scare zones. And I think it was 2013. I remember, um, or 2012, which was the first year that I went. I remember walking in the New York section, and the fog machine was putting out a smell that legitimately tasted like, or not tasted, smelled like rotting meat. And it stunk. It was stinky. Not your regular Halloween Horror Nights fog smell. This was something different. Um, so I think this is going to be fun. I can't wait to hear the music. In all of these houses, I can't wait to hear the sounds and everything. But this one, it sounds really cool, and I can't wait for it. Alright, and now we are on our final original house. Again, this was the final original house that was announced during that giant week. Um, this is going to be the Cold House, folks. Um, there are some people that are really excited about this one, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Um, you know, it's making me like think back to, what we had with um, what we had with Ghostbusters last year, and with Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Even though it wasn't the most coldest in the house that we wanted it to be, um, I still think this is gonna be really, really good. Give me just a minute. I know I saved the picture, but I didn't. Um, so now I got it. Uh, uh, this house is gonna. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be really cool, and A lot of people are praying and hoping to see some big sets and big characters. We are talking about Galgan Monsters of the North. I hope I pronounced that right. Um, in a remote northern village, a wicked being rises from the dead, bringing a horde of monsters and demons from the fjords to wreak havoc on the townspeople. you'll face icy horned, winged, and wolfish fiends that gradually merge into one giant horror. Then you'll try to escape the belly of the beast. Yeah, with them saying uh, about like a giant creature at the end, um, sign me up, please. Um, that sounds awesome, and ultimately terrifying. Yeah, terrifying. Um, so I'm down, and again, as long as it's cold, um, I think people are gonna be very happy. Especially it being Florida. You know, you want a cold house. So yeah, I say bring it on. You know, it sounds awesome, and depending on what scare zone or what soundstage it's going to be in, I think there's going to be some really good sets. So, okay, now we're moving to the next house that was released. Going back to what I was saying earlier, um, with the immersion this year, and really, really upping the terror factor. I have not seen these movies. I don't have a phobia of clowns. I've watched it for God's sakes. But I don't know if I want to watch these movies to get ready for this house. But I may just have to do it anyway. We're talking about Damien Leone's Terrifier movies. By the way, again, I love the artwork that they used as the key art for the announcements this year. And again, here is the information from the Universal blog. Nothing can prepare you for this grisly haunted house based on all three. Yes, a lot of people were just thinking it was going to be based on the second one, but it's now all confirmed all three of Damien Leone's Terrifier films. Try your luck against the sadistic Art the Clown in his twisted funhouse. Witness Art's gleefully grotesque handiwork of torture. You'll be left literally dripping with terror and drenched with fear. It's a whole new level of gore. Um, wow. Yeah, that that happened and that was said. From what I've heard so far with this house, it is highly advised that you do not eat um, before entering this house, and it is also recommended that you bring a poncho, especially for the ending. I don't know exactly what that entitles, but they are telling you to bring a poncho. So, yeah, there we go. Immersion, ladies and gentlemen. They're gonna soak us with freaking liquid. So we're gonna get scared and we're gonna get wet. After Terrifier was announced, it was kind of a dry patch. You know, we weren't getting anything. We were getting scare zones, but I'll get to that a little bit later. Then comes today. Now, usually, they don't do announcements until Thursdays. Again, this was July 29th. This was a Tuesday. And I don't think anyone expected this. Except maybe some people. And we finally got the full-on announcement for one amazing house. From the moment I saw this movie, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people wanted this too, they have been wanting this property to come to Halloween Horror Nights, and it was teased at the beginning before announcements were made. But now we got the official announcement that it is going to be represented as a house. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready for fun on a creepy level with Five Nights at Freddy's. This is, of course, going to be based off of the iconic video game franchise and, of course, Blumhouse's movie. I loved it. It was absolutely dedicated fan service. So many people loved it, and we cannot wait for the sequel. I love the description that they wrote, and apparently they are working with the Jim Henson Company to help bring these animatronics to life. You wouldn't last one night at Freddy's. Left alone, 5. You're about to start the night watch at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where nothing is what it seems. You'll be hunted by the deadly animatronics, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, as you flee through creepy abandoned hallways. You'll even encounter the ghost in the machines. What could that mean? Who are we going to see, aside from what was mentioned? This is going to be absolutely creepy, and so many people are ready for it. I think it's going to be amazing. And of course, our last and final house. One that I don't really know much about this. Don't hate me. I don't watch wrestling. I watched it once. That was it. I saw Dwayne Johnson beat the crap out of Cody Rhodes. But I think this is going to be cool. From what I've heard so far, they're really twisted and sadistic. I don't know if they're still with us. I don't really know. Again, I don't watch WWE. But WWE, the Horrors of Wyatt 6 is coming. I kept saying Wyatt Sticks for some reason. I'm so sorry. So it sounds really cool, and it sounds really exciting. You're about to go head to head with the fiendish Wyatt 6 at Halloween Horror Nights. Enter an eerie arena where you'll go through an ominous lantern-lit doorway into the maniacal minds of Uncle Howdy, Rambling Rabbit, Mercy the Buzzard, Abby the Witch, and Huckus the Pig. Beware, you're about to meet your match. Really excited for this one. Again, I don't really know much about it, but it sounds really cool, and I think it's going to be awesome, and I'll say I'm excited. So there we have it. That's all 10 houses. 5 originals, 5 IPs. But wait a second, Joey. That can't be it. Where's the scare zones? My dear Horror Nights fan, I'm getting to them. And I'm gonna try and do rapid fire. So first we have the origins of horror. This is going to be our entrance zone. Enter a decaying conservatory of twisted vines where artists carve tributes to Halloween Horror Nights 34. You'll encounter monstrous crows, gargoyles, and more. Again, this is setting the tone for you entering that conservatory. It's a lot of gothic themes this year. So again, expect giant murder crows, possibly the ones from Hollywood last year, and gargoyles. Next is again also a sequel that you can consider. In 2015, I think it was, there was a scare zone called Masquerade Unstitched. Well, now we have Masquerade Dance with Death. You're invited to a masquerade ball where bloodthirsty vampires lurk behind ornate disguises. When their masks fall, you'll become their prey. This is going to be located in the Hollywood section of the park. Um, so I think this one's going to be kind of fun. This one, a lot of people are really excited for one particular addition and detail. This is going to be in the Central Park area. We have the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. I know the name is weird, but I think it will be fun. Pumpkins are returning, so that's a good thing. Travel down a spooky winding path to a mysterious home where trick-or-treaters are transformed into feral felines. Be careful or you'll be next. Um, the next one is going to be taking place in the New York section. And I'm really looking forward to this one. It sounds really fun and I love the artwork. Mutations Toxic 20s. In a bustling 1920s neighborhood, a BuzzCon truck with radioactive cargo crashes into a mobster getaway car, sending the city into toxic pandemonium. It mutates everyone in its path, including you. It's fun to see them bringing back Halloween Horror Nights houses from the past, representing in a scare zone. BuzzCon, of course, being from HHN 20, 30, 32? 32? Yeah, 32. Or 31. Yeah, HHN 31. With bugs eaten alive. That house got under people's skin. Yeah, you're welcome. And next, before we get into the shows, I want to talk about one other additional thing that Horror Nights is doing this year. Now, when I saw that they put this out, I thought it was a continuation of the scare zones. I was wrong. This is something new that Horror Nights is doing to keep up, so this way there's no bleakness or down moments in the park. We are getting two amazing street experiences. So they're gonna be like scare zones, but they're not really gonna be scare zones. So the first one is Mel's Dying Zombies. It's nice to see that Mel's Dying is finally getting the love that it deserves. Aside from being a place that serves some great food. There's not really much details about what this is going to be. It just says, brave all new street experiences that take the horror to new heights, featuring zombie car hops. That's all that it says. The next thing is called Club Horror. This is going to be like a party zone, and all it says is undead DJs and more. Again, there's not really much details. Universal will probably drop some about it in the upcoming weeks as we get closer to Horror Nights, but as of right now, there's nothing. So now we need to dive into our last two things to talk about in this video. I, just among like you, love every single time sitting in that wonderful, decrepit Fear Factor stage theater, getting ready to sing Welcome to the Black Parade every time this wonderful troupe comes out and performs. I am so excited to see maybe a continuation of what we experienced last year with Nightmare Circus. Nightmare Fuel, again, it's amazing to see that Fear Factor stage is still getting some love, even though a lot of people want to be torn down and turned into something amazing. I think this is great, and at this point, I would like to see maybe Nightmare Fuel get a house. Give them a house. The Fuel Girls are amazing. The whole troupe is fantastic. And I can't wait for this one. But it's not called Halloween Nightmare Fuel anymore. I'm looking at it now, it's just Nightmare Fuel. Circus of the K. This once vibrant circus has festered into an unending nightmare. It's a sinister spectacle of pyro, aerialist, and illusions. Perf. Sorry. I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, the wonderful, sexily clad dancers and costumes. So, can't wait to embark on this nightmare and see what the journey's all about. And now, ending on a big one. This was amazing in 2022, and there wasn't one in 2023 because it was being worked on for the new nighttime show. And it is finally great to see that the Lagoon show is coming back. There's no like actual key art for it, so all I'm showing is just what they put out when it was announced. It's called Haunt-O-Phonic, a ghoulish journey. That's right, Ghoulish is back with a terrifying underwater, watery grave performance, a sequel worth waiting for. I guess you could say. A ghost story is rising from its watery grave to haunt the Universal Studios Lagoon, featuring towering water screens and eerie music. Folks, there we have it. There's our lineup for Halloween Horror Nights 34. You know, you look back at the 30, runs. 30th anniversary. 31, Ultimate Celebration of Halloween. 32, giving us more information on Dr. Oddfellow and the story behind Jack. And then you look at last year, and it left us puzzling, trying to figure out what was going on. And now we come to Halloween Horror Nights 34 for 2025. And this looks ultimately promising. This looks like a really good year. I hope everyone gets to buy a ticket. I hope everybody gets to go out and experience it. I'm really excited. I want to hear your opinion and what you're looking forward to in the comments below. But with all that being said, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I hope I have been an insightful guide to get you prepared for Halloween Horror Nights. Your screams can't be heard if you're not there, so make sure to go to www.universalorlando.com. Make sure to click on events and click on Halloween Horror Nights to purchase your ticket. I will drop the link below, and with all that being said, see you in the fog, and I'll see you next time in the media cabinet. Bye for now.